Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daley Productions here, and we're going to be doing a little bit more of Reddit stories. Today we're going to be looking at a new subreddit called r/gatekeeping. It's a really fun one where people essentially just sort of restrict others from joining in on trends or certain things just because they feel they're superior to them if they haven't been doing it for a long time or other things like that. But yeah, that was a really bad explanation, but you'll get the gist of it as we start going through these. Either way, guys, let's get into it. Hey, I loved your tofurkey dinner recipe you shared. How long have you been vegan? Hey, thanks. I loved making it, haha. I'm not a vegan though. I'm sorry. Glad you enjoyed it. Oh, vegetarian? No, I just don't like the taste and texture of most meats, haha. Oh, so you're like pretending to be a vegan because it's cool and in? I've been vegan for 3 years now, and it's the best decision I've made in my life. And it's not hip or cool, it's important. Good for you, that's great. I am not pretending to be vegan at all. In fact, I'm quite open about eating beef on profile. There's public posts that state that. I just like tofu more than most meals. Tofu is strictly for vegans and vegetarians. You're basically admitting to appropriating us and stealing what we need for your own selfish use. I'm going to request to the admin that you are removed from our group. With all due respect, I'm not appropriating anything. I'm eating food I like, you absolute F. Wow, honestly, this one is ridiculous. Food is food, and there's no shortage of tofu or anything like that, so you're not exactly stealing something that someone needs direly. Not to mention tofu isn't a necessity in a vegan or vegetarian diet. So this whole argument's just stupid. And I love how at the end there's just the three bubbles like they're typing a message. I would have loved to see what this conversation entailed later on. Some people think I learned Braille for cool points, but I actually learned it because my medicine holder has the days printed in Braille, and I forgot to take my medication a lot. I didn't feel like turning on a light one night just to see my medication, so I learned Braille out of spite. Now every time I go anywhere, I have to read the Braille signs, and I have seen women misspelled as no man several times. Tired of waking up to take medication? Learn Braille. An anonymous response said, "You shouldn't learn Braille if you aren't blind. It's rude. Go die." Dear Diary, today I got a death threat for learning a language. Alright, this gatekeeping makes no sense to me. How is it rude to learn Braille if you're not blind? If anything, it's spreading knowledge and, making the condition of blind people more known. It's almost accepting them instead of being more rude. I don't understand this at all. This one's a bit of a gag one, but here we go. The year is 2540. A student in history class notices something off about his textbook. How come these textbooks skip the year 1990 through 1999? The teacher puts his air marker down on the table, lowers his head and sighs. Because. He lifts his head. A single tear rolls down his cheek. Only 90s kids remember the 90s. This is so true. As a person born in 98, I'm the only one who can remember the 90s, even though I was only in it for 2 years. This one's from NBC News. Homeless Chicago man suffering from hypothermia makes miraculous recovery after someone from Wisconsin informs him it's actually much colder where I'm from. Yeah, I mean, come on, homeless man. If you're gonna complain, why not just go to the coldest place? I mean, you can't be cold anywhere else if somewhere else is colder. So Hawaii News Now posted an article saying castaways don't just happen in the movies. And this person responded, they must be from a generation that learned how to spell the old-fashioned way without the assistance of autocorrect instead of those who only know how to type or text. And then he got a response, why are old people so obsessed with doing this? And then another, me as a castaway spelling with leaves, TFW, you get stranded emojis, sucks. 'Cause there's no Pokestops, so whoever sees this, you know what to do. I love old people who gatekeep like this. And, there's actually been statistics that have come out that millennials read more than the older generation. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. Ugh, it's obnoxious. Also, a Reddit comment actually points out that he spelled fashioned wrong. In old fashioned, he put the H before the ugh. That's just sad. That's honestly just sad. That you would take the time to make fun of another generation and then you yourself mess up. It seems like he should learn how to use autocorrect. Progressive males are not men. They move and gesticulate like women. The hand over mouth gesture is one example. Physically repulsive. Conservatives get offended by the weirdest shh. Imagine masculinity so fragile that you can't even touch your own face. Honestly, this is a really astute comment. Like, people get like so insecure about themselves that they just sort of forward it onto other people and make fun of them when those people don't even care. They're gonna do what they want. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. They're just being sensitive little, snowflakes, to use the conservative term. I have a lot of pet peeves, but I think the biggest one is when people say things like, "Oh, it's such a small town, only 35,000 people." Like, bleh, my town has 200 people. You need to pick a new adjective. According to Wikipedia, a small town is 1,000 to 20,000 people. So although you are correct in stating that 35,000 people is not a small town, it is a large town, you are incorrect in thinking that you live in a town. You live in a village. You are a villager. I don't know what to do with this information. A villager. Her next post is going to be like, "You don't even know what it's like to live in a village," after she just learned that she's a villager. $2 is not a tip. $5 is not a tip. Anything I give you outside this mother effing bill is the tip. Honestly, this response is perfect. Not to mention, if you're gonna give a good tip, which is like 20%, which I assume this person does not deserve after this tweet, but if you're gonna give 20% of something that's not that much money, then $2 or $5 is in fact a tip. Not to mention, this is such a stupid, archaic way of paying people. Employers should just pay their people the appropriate amount of money instead of us having to support them with tips. Just pay your workers fair wage. 2.6, aren't you cute? Sincerely, California. Did you just gatekeep an earthquake? All right, another perfect response to this. Honestly, it's an earthquake, people. Who cares about the Richter scale? Not to mention, you don't represent California just because you live there. Ugh. 1 month cigarette free. 9 years, mother effer. Congratulate yourself after 2 years minimum, or be prepared to start the loop again. All right, first of all, this was clearly tweeted by LP, one of the halves of Run the Jewels, so he's immediately cooler than whoever's responding to him. Not to mention, 1 year is a huge accomplishment, and you shouldn't be taking people down because they're trying. Sorry for your loss, and I wish you well, but come speak to me when you have kids and lose them. Are you gatekeeping being sad? Okay, this one is just horrible. It's clear that the original poster must have lost someone, or, a family member or dog or pet died, which is just huge emotional trauma, and they're saying, "Come to me when you have kids and lose them." Seriously? What? Like, this is just the worst one. Honestly, this one kind of incenses me that they're literally gatekeeping emotions, and you're not allowed to be emotional unless the pinnacle of horrific things happens to you. Anything beyond that, and it's just whatever. Deal with it. That's so messed up. This one actually incenses me, and most of these gatekeeping ones incense me, but whatever. Alright guys, so that was r/gatekeeping. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more of these subreddit videos. I've been sort of doing them because one of them caught some traction, and I was thinking, well, I might as well try and capitalize on this and keep uploading some more of them. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this, I think, and let me know if you want me to return to sort of gaming and stuff like that, because I can do that as well. This was just sort of a fun little project for me, so I might keep doing these if you guys want me to. If there's no support for them and you guys really don't care for them, then I can just stop, and that'll be that, and we can return to some gaming stuff. But if you do want to see this return, let me know some of the subreddits you want to see, and that's my my computer telling me there's a notification. Sorry about that. But yeah, let me know what subreddits you want to see. I plan on doing more choosing beggars, more entitled parents, more gatekeeping, but then there's also like r/murdered by words. There's I don't know, there's r/relationship advice could be really fun to do some of, things like that. So if you would like to see more, I'd be happy to do more, because I'm really enjoying myself, but I just want the content to be good. So if you guys like it, then I'll do more. Okay, this rant ended up going on way longer than I initially intended, but Regardless, thank you so much for staying till the end if you did, and I sincerely hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.